You're listening to the Water Cooler Edit with Chris and Rich.
Hello everybody and welcome to the Water Cooler Edit with my Bayut, with myself, Chris, and Rich.
Hi Chris, how are you?
I'm alright, Rich, how you doing?
I'm very good and it's great to be here.
So last time we discussed Dubai summer surprises, and summer is certainly in full swing. I mean, 2 weeks ago, June 21st, essentially, they said it would be the longest day of the year. And it was also conveniently, I'm pretty sure it was the hottest day of the year as well. There was barely any wind, and we went outside and you basically burned, essentially. It was scorching hot.
Volcanic, I think, is the word, right?
Yeah, it was close to that. Definitely. You walked outside and you just sweated immediately. I sampled it myself recently. I poured a bottle of water over my head in a video that you may or may not seen by now. And that was a great way to cool yourself down. But probably a better way to do it and get your whole body soaking wet is probably going to a water park, Rich. Wouldn't you agree?
I would say so, yeah. Water parks doesn't get much better in terms of cooling down than hitting up a water park. They can still cool you down even in the peak Dubai summer, which takes some doing, let's be honest. And we have like awesome choice of water parks here, right? So across all the Emirates, but just in Dubai, what have you got? So you've got Wild Wadi, obviously the old classic, which has been refurbed a number of times over the years, still a great water park. And we have Aquaventure on the Palm. Have you been to Aquaventure?
I have not. I've only been to Wild Wadi. And you said that Wild Wadi was the classic. Now I'm going to throw a real classic at you and potentially go even further than that. And let's see how old our listeners are. But yeah, we'll see how long they've lived in the UAE if they'd actually get this reference. So Dreamland is the place to go. In my books, honestly, Dreamland's been the place to go for over 20 years. You know, you go down to Al Quain, you make a whole day out of it. It's always a fantastic place.
I've been, I have to say. Woohoo!
I've been a lot of times. Not recently, a lot as a kid though. But the real classic here, and again, this is, you know you've lived here a long time when you remember this name, Wonderland. Now, Wonderland doesn't exist anymore. It's long gone. It used to be down by the creek, where I'm pretty sure there's a hotel down there.
Oh,
but
did this have the Ferris wheel?
Did they have a Ferris wheel? I can't remember.
Was it a water park?
It was a water park and a theme park at the same time. Fantastic roller coaster. It was incredibly short, but it was always good fun for some reason. I don't know why. It was kind of the best of both worlds. I remember spending a lot of time in there too. But now I'm just reminiscing. I'm going back to the good old days here. What we have now, though, of course, are some of the best water parks in the world as well. And we've got to also include places like Yas as well. They have an incredible water park down there as well that rivals the ones that we have in Dubai.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, I mean, Yas Water World is a great, great water park. Huge amount of rides. And all of these places have deals going on for the summer as well, so it's worth checking out, right? So, but I think, yeah, we're spoilt for choice where water parks are concerned. But with Aquaventure on the Palm, I think we have to acknowledge that it is, in fact, the world's largest water park.
Oh, is it?
It is indeed.
Okay.
So they had an extension last year, a refurb stroke
What did they
extension.
extend? Did they extend one of the rides, or the whole facility's been extended?
Both and more. Well, basically, they built a big tower that has loads of rides coming out of it, right? So loads of slides coming out of a big tower, which took the amount of, now this is, I've got stats for you. Are you ready?
Hey, Rich's stats are back.
Hey, the stats are back. Right, so you've got 105 record-breaking slides, attractions and experiences at the water park. 105, which is, I think, it's fair to say that's a lot. So yeah, and when they opened this tower, and I forget what the tower's called, officially became the world's biggest water park, world's largest water park. So are you ready to take on the world's largest water park, Chris?
Aquaventure is now officially the world's largest water park, and it's right here in the UAE. Rich highly recommends that you go. I can't give my honest opinion because I haven't gone.
Can I tell you something?
Tell me.
So I have been there once. I've been to all the water parks, I think, in the UAE. At least once.
Except Wonderland. Never went there.
No, I never went to Wonderland. No, I missed out there. Yeah, so look, they're fantastic. I went to Aquaventure a long, long time ago, but I've become a little bit more dubious about water parks, and I'll tell you why. It's just because I'm getting older, and I noticed I used to love them when I was younger, but as I was getting older and getting maybe, let's say, a little bit more portly, packing a bit more weight, my speed going down the water chute started to increase to the point where I was breaking records, I think, at the speed that I was hurtling down. And it started to scare me. So I thought I was going to come flying out of one of the, because you go up the sides.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I start to get freaked, and I think I'm not sure. So I haven't been as much to water parks in recent years, I have to say.
Speaking of awards, we were talking about Michelin stars, and I saw about this on Instagram, various social media platforms, that a lot of restaurants and establishments have been awarded these Michelin stars. Mm-hmm. As soon as I hear Michelin, I think of tyres, and I think of that guy.
They be the tyre
inflatable
guys, right?
Are they really the...
It's the same company that does the tyres.
So they make tyres for your car,
Yep.
and they give ratings to your restaurants.
Yeah, they lead in two fields. They lead. It's quite strange. The fields don't seem to be particularly well matched. But yeah, tyres and culinary excellence.
So does that mean if you win the awards, do you get tyres from Michelin as well?
That's it. Yes, exactly, Chris.
Okay.
If you go in any Michelin star restaurant, you sit on tyres.
Oh,
That's it.
okay.
Yeah, that's
At least
it.
we're recycling. We're reusing. That's
this is
good.
it. No chairs. You just sit on tyres. No, it is a bit random, isn't it? Michelin are huge. Well, basically, it is the highest accolade a restaurant can get. Is a Michelin star, up to 3. So they've been trying to get a Michelin guide in Dubai for a long, long time. This year, it finally happened. And just recently, about 2 weeks back, they actually announced the restaurants that got Michelin stars. And we have a total of 11.
Okay.
We have 11 restaurants that got Michelin stars. That's comprised of 2 restaurants that got 2 stars each and 9 restaurants that got 1 star each. Should we have a look at the 2-star restaurants?
Let's have a look. I guarantee you I haven't been to any of them.
Right, the 2-star restaurants. We've got Il Ristorante by Nico Ramato.
Nope.
That's at the Bulgari Resort. Anyway, it's a very luxurious resort and a very luxurious restaurant in a luxurious resort. Italian cuisine. I'll give you a carefully curated world-class menu that amalgamates wonderful Italian flavours with a refreshing contemporary simplicity.
Sounds delicious.
Then we've got Stay by Yannick Alino. I apologise for my pronunciation there if it's incorrect. That's at one and only The Palm.
I know where that is.
That's French dining at its very finest. Outstanding restaurant offers innovative and creative French dining at its very finest. There you
Interesting.
go. And also third one here, Burger King at Ranches Souk.
Oh, amazing. I've been to that one. 100%.
Yeah, I've been there as well, actually.
They have good lettuce.
Yeah, fantastic lettuce. Unbelievable. And those chicken fries, ouch.
Now you got me hungry.
And that's the Burger King has a menu carefully curated by Mr. Burger King himself.
Oh, the king.
The King.
The Burger King.
Yeah, there you go.
I want to shake his hand. What about the other restaurants? So you said that the maximum rating is 3-star, and then we've got 2 here that have 2-star. Now you said we had a total of 11. So
we've got 9 restaurants that got 1 star.
Okay.
So if we can have a look at those.
So wait, just to put in context, 1 star doesn't mean the restaurant is bad. It means it's good.
Oh, it means the restaurant's exceptional. I've got the criteria. Use of high quality, so 5 points of criteria. Use of high quality produce, mastery of culinary techniques and flavours, representation of the chef's personality in the cuisine, value for money provided by the restaurant, and consistency of excellent dining experience. That's what these restaurants are having to produce to get a Michelin star. And if they get 1 Michelin star, it represents that the food is worth stopping for.
Interesting.
If they get 2 Michelin stars, it represents that the food was worth taking a detour for, so heading out of your way. And if you get 3 Michelin stars, it represents food worth travelling for. So presumably travelling so good that you travel to another country to visit this restaurant.
Very cool. Very interesting. Very insightful there as well. But there was another Michelin star that you were telling me about, not the 1 and 2-star rating. There was a green one.
There is. It's a green star.
And what's the green star
It's an Incredible Hulk star.
Okay.
No, the Michelin Green Star is basically given to restaurants that are eco-friendly, promote sustainability, and there was a winner of a Green Star, or a Green Star was awarded to a restaurant in Dubai. That is Lowe, Lowe, which is at Koa Canvas. It's Al Barari. So I love this bit of copywriting on their website. Fresh, honest, and no fuss. I like that. Basically, everything there is cooked naturally by fire. It's all locally sourced ingredients, and everything is cooked in kind of natural ways, fire-based. So that's pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, that is very interesting, and I guess I learned something here as well. Again, the Michelin star thing is very surreal for me. Like
You're
tires,
still thinking tyres, aren't you?
Yeah, every time I heard the word Michelin, it's tires for me.
Who was the guy? Was he just called Mr. Michelin?
He's the Michelin man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the honour of meeting him a number of times already this year.
Really?
So I guess if I go to one of these restaurants, I get the honour of meeting him again.
Yeah, he is.
Really
He's there on the door, welcoming you.
Should get some tyres or a star and get him to sign it, and then I could frame that in the house. So the other big news story as well is, of course, what today is, because today is the 4th of July.
It is indeed.
And for those of you who are listening, you've probably heard what the 4th of July is. Of course, it's Independence Day in the United States, isn't it? And there are a lot of Americans that do live here in the United Arab Emirates. I know that we do have a fair few of them in the office as well. So they'll be our hot takes. They'll be the ones that we'll be asking, where should we go on Independence Day? Because, yeah, we've got things like the normal American diners like Chili's, Fuddruckers, Denny's and these ones. But is there anywhere else that we can go that's probably more American, can we say that? I know there's a place in Abu Dhabi, I think it is, that's catered towards this called its theme. Because I know they play a lot of American football and American sports. Not NASCAR, so I'm not a fan of the place already. They do have a lot of American sports shown there. I can't remember what the name is called. But that, of course, that's one place that you could potentially celebrate the 4th of July at.
I think across Dubai, various places that will have deals and special meals on this evening. I mean, Black Tap usually does stuff for Independence Day. You know, Black Tap with their freak shakes and their extraordinarily good burgers. You've got Wings and Rings, which they have a branch in DIFC and also in one that opened recently in JLT. They usually do things for Independence Day. So yeah, have a look. We've got a post published on my Bayut you can take a look at, which will explain that various places that have got deals on, live music, etc., celebrating the big one, the Independence Day, July the 4th, yeah? So
just having a quick look around, there's a place called Stars and Bars that is opened up at Le Maire.
Le Maire, yeah?
Yep, there's that one. There's another one that says it's Irish-American. It's called the Sportsman's Arms. That might be one to check out if you're living in Abu Dhabi as well. Of course, there are plenty of places, and on my beat, we will have a blog about it as well, where you can go for the 4th of July. Rich, both you and I will probably get a chance to sample some of these restaurants, albeit they might be a little busy because, of course, another holy festival is coming up, another celebration, and that, of course, is Eid Al Adha. Eid Al Adha. I'll get that right this time. Sorry if I did get it wrong this time, but I tried my best. It will happen on the 9th of July this time, not the 9th of June, because I've been getting that wrong I don't know how many times here. Of course, the holiday is fast approaching, and it's a great way to spend time with your family, with your friends as well. Get out and do things like going to highly rated Michelin-starred, is that the correct terminology? Would you say Michelin-starred?
Yeah, Michelin-starred restaurants.
Or Michelin-approved?
No, Michelin-starred restaurants.
Michelin-starred restaurants,
or
including...
Michelin-starred restaurant. Either way works.
Yeah, you could do that. You could go to Michelin-starred restaurants. You could go to the waterparks. Of course, there are many things to do during Eid Al Adha. But most importantly, it's always great to spend time with the family because you can catch up, see people you haven't seen in a very long time. And I know, obviously, with restrictions being slightly tighter than they were earlier in the year, because, of course, we are now being informed to wear our masks more often. Just remember to keep it safe and have a happy time. Celebrate it with the ones that you love.
Yeah, have a great time, guys. I mean, I think it's going to be, we're looking at potentially in the private sector 2 days. It hasn't been announced as yet, but potentially 2 days. So adding that to the weekend, you're talking Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So there's potential opportunity there for staycations. And there are some on my Bayut. We've got blogs, articles, I should say, with all the staycation deals across all the Emirates. There's some really, really good deals out there. And the deals are not just for Eid. These deals, the majority of them, run throughout the whole of the summer. So there's a chance for people to. I mean, I think the UAE is becoming almost like the staycation capital of the world. So many people. We're lucky, right? We have all these gorgeous hotels and beach resorts literally on our doorstep. So I think it's becoming a bigger and bigger thing with each passing year. So yeah, it's worth checking out, guys. If you fancy getting away from Eid, a vacation in the country that you live.
Which one would you recommend?
I love going on the Palm.
Oh, do you?
I do. In Dubai, I love the Palm. I don't go on many staycations, obviously, but when we are fortunate enough to get away, usually the Palm. But if it's in Abu Dhabi, it has to be Saadiyat. Saadiyat Beach is lovely, and some of the resorts down there are fantastic. So that would be if I had a choice, that's where I'd go with. But yeah, whatever you do, guys, this Eid, have a fantastic time.
I don't know what my choice would be. Sandy Beach? Does that still exist? Down in Fujairah?
It may well do. I've
Where
never been
Snoopy
to, but
Island
we
is.
discussed this, haven't I? That's the only emirate I haven't been to.
Oh, you
Fujairah.
haven't?
No. it's the
Fun
only
fact, that was the first place I ever lived when I came to the country.
Really?
Yeah, that's the first place you kind of visited, stayed for a while at Sandy Beach, Snoopy Island.
Oh, the famous Snoopy Island.
The famous Snoopy Island, yeah. Granted, it's a lot different to what it is than it was like 20 odd years ago. But I always have that in the back of my mind. I need to go back at some point.
You've lived in Ajman as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
So you lived in Fujairah, Ajman, Dubai.
Yeah. I think Sharjah momentarily. Definitely haven't lived in the Northern Emirates, although I was considering living in Iraq at some point. And Abu Dhabi, I've not lived in. I've only ever worked in Abu Dhabi.
Okay.
So I haven't got all 7 ticked off.
No, I was going to say, you just need to live in the other 2, albeit and then they're all ticked off the list.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Oh, it's always great here. There's always amazing things to do, and it's always fun and exciting as well. There's a reason I've lived here for so long, and it's many, many reasons. Too long to go on for because we've already gone on for too long. But thank you so much, Rich, for joining me on this episode of the Water Cooler Edit with my Bayut.
Thanks for having me, man.
We'll be back again with more topics and maybe some interesting news or two.
You're listening to the Water Cooler Edit with Chris and Rich.